When I was growing up, I remember in elementary school they had the little buttons and the little I Can Factory buttons going on. I don't know if those are still around. Nowadays we have sort of different ways of expressing that. You can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. And we know that there's limits to that, right? I cannot walk out here on Lindcrest Drive and stop a city bus later today, even if I put my mind to it with my whole energy. It's not going to happen, right? There are limits to some of that thinking. But we have to be especially aware of this power and what the Holy Spirit can do in amongst us, and make sure that mission and the Holy Spirit go together for us, especially as the church, because we run a danger. If we get the idea of the mission and we have that solidly in us, that God has called us to be unified and to take the good news out, those two things, right? To baptize in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And if we unintentionally in the process of that kind of say, okay, God, you've called us to the mission. Now we're going to go and do it. And we kind of push God off to the side, forgetting to call on God, forgetting to humbly posture ourselves towards God and go and do without the power of the Spirit. We've made a giant mistake. What can happen, the danger that can befall us if we don't take both the mission and the power of the Holy Spirit together, is that when we seek unity without the Holy Spirit, whether we intend to or not, when we seek unity without the Holy Spirit, we may end up building the Tower of Babel instead of the church. We may end up building something tall and beautiful, but we're actually competing for God's power rather than living into it. Those two things are crucial to go together, the mission and the power of the Holy Spirit together. That's what Paul's telling us. Unity, you can do an awful lot without the Spirit. But if you want to achieve the things that are well beyond what you can imagine, that God is working on right now, it's got to be with the Holy Spirit. There's no other way.